South Dakota's Correctional Rehabilitation Task Force will soon have its first meeting. Now, the group, set up by an executive order signed by Governor Larry Roden last month, is examining how to better rehabilitate people behind bars. In tonight's Eye on Kettleland, Dan Santella sits down with 4 members of the task force to learn about their hopes for the group.
Circuit Judge Pat Party presides over a wide variety of criminal cases and their defendants whose stories have brought them to court. Different factors are pieces of the puzzle to help ensure they're not back in a courtroom like this one.
It doesn't make sense to release somebody from prison and say, you don't have a driver's license, you don't have a job, you don't have a home, we're putting you back in an environment that was unhealthy, and go do the right thing. So you have to do all of that.
The judge describes a balancing act between public safety and help for someone who has negatively impacted that safety.
Prisons are expensive, but it does take people off the street. Probation is a great goal, but it leaves people on the street. And there's a balance there between risk to the public and helping the individual that's under the addiction.
Joining Party on the Correctional Rehabilitation Task Force is Geraldine Church, President and CEO of the Great Plains Tribal Leaders Health Board based in Rapid City.
Clearly, the system is not doing all that it can do to ensure that people are not returning to prison. So I'm hoping that this task force will, with the collective minds of the folks that are a part of this task force, that some meaningful change transpires and that it will reduce those numbers, that it will reduce the numbers of people going into prison.
But success here isn't just happening while someone is serving a sentence.
I think that work needs to begin before the first time any young man or woman ends up in trouble for the first time. And then it needs to happen while they're in jails or prison. And then the support needs to be there to ensure that they don't return after they leave.
It's not enough just to construct a place to keep prisoners. If you're really concerned about rehabilitation, then you have to look at the whole enchilada, so to speak.
Also on the task force are Terry Dosh, Executive Director of the South Dakota Council of Community Behavioral Health, and Corey Klossman, President of Southeast Technical College.
We know if we give these guys something to do when they come out, something constructive, that they'll have a good path to really set themselves on for themselves and for their family and be less likely to go back.
Southeast Technical College already has a relationship with the State Department of Corrections.
We currently, for the last 7 semesters, have had welding students come on campus. They do a 1-semester program so that they're able to sit for their welding certification. At the end, we've had over 70 individuals already graduate from that program.
And there's more programming planned.
We're currently working to set up a diesel program up on the Hill that'll launch sometime in 2027. And then we've had some other conversations as well about ways to partner going forward, and then obviously in the new prison as well.
I think that the golden rule of correctional institutions should be rehabilitation. Putting people in a position to be able to live productive lives in the aftermath of an offense.
Church is a member of the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe, an identity which impacts how she views this task force's work. Per the most recently available statistics from the South Dakota Department of Corrections and the U.S. Census Bureau, about 40% of the state's inmates are Native American, while only around 8% of the state's population is Native.
If the goal is to rehabilitate and to reduce recidivism, reduce the prison population overall, the American Indian population is an important part of that conversation.
Well-being is showcased in different ways, and they all provide the opportunity to contribute to society.
If you're going to achieve true health, that comes on a physical basis, it comes on an emotional basis, and a spiritual basis. So you have to attend to all 3 of those dimensions of human existence.
Success, of course, is a two-way street.
I've often said I can order somebody to go to treatment, but if you're not at a point in your life that you want to do treatment, that you want to learn, and that you're able to be motivated, then that's not going to help either.
Defendants become inmates who will eventually have a chance at staying out of prison. And once they're again outside prison walls, they will have the opportunity to live freely.
Short of a life sentence, people are going to get parole and they're going to come out. So how do we get those people healthy so when they do come out, it's safe for the public and they're able to succeed?
With Eye on Kellerland, I'm Dan Santella.
And the group is set to have its first meeting next week, Wednesday, October 29th.